Hello everybody, it's JoJo's Free Time here. If you remember, I did a video on this coffee machine not too long back, and we stumbled across a couple of errors with it, like it creating a fucking mess and having problems, and it didn't look very safe the way it was working. What makes me laugh is it says 5 cups right there, and I went, oh please. Well, I didn't say oh please in a gay way, but I said, come on, that doesn't do 5 cups. In a way, I don't know how I said it, but I said it something like that. And it is a cute little coffee machine, but it's not very safe and not 5 cups. Good morn. I think the worst thing I did was I went for the really bad one online. I don't know why I went for this one. To be honest, there was quite a lot online I could have bought that were like 20 quid, maybe 50 quid, something like that. Or I could have gone to Tesco. Now, straight away, this machine was not 100%, as I said, and the biggest unsafe problem with it was when it was boiling the water, it would sometimes dribble off this device here underneath and actually get all over the hot plate and cause hissing and weird effects and all that. Also, another problem with it was the fact that when it was finished, I believe in my own way that this element in the back didn't turn off when it was boiling, and it was every so often off camera you didn't see this, but off camera there was like blue smoke coming out of it in my eyes. It looked like normal smoke, but I'm guessing it was blue smoke because it looked like blue smoke. And so I went, that doesn't look very safe, does it? So when I realised that this wasn't very safe, I decided at the end of the video on the other one to get a new one. I said I was going to get a new one because it didn't sound very safe to me, and it says it's fitted with a 13 amp fuse. Even though the fact that it didn't cut out when it was hissing and bubbling like that, I'm sure it's supposed to cut out or something if something was wrong, but it didn't. So I don't think there is any safety with this thing. But anyway, passing it forward is a cute little coffee machine. Not the best coffee machine. By far, I've had better machines, especially concerning the Dolce Gusto. It wouldn't do something stupid like leak everywhere unless you got a faulty pod, but that's mostly the manufacturer's problem. This one kind of upset me because it says 5 cups. It didn't do 5 cups. It's way too small for 5 cups, and I felt that the filter and all that wasn't so amazing. I mean, some even have handles on them, and this one didn't even have a handle, so it was hard to get this out sometimes, and it just makes weird hisses, and I don't think it's very safe. So we'll pull that to one side because let's have a drum roll, please. I got a new coffee machine! Hooray! So this one is from Tesco. This one right here, Tesco. There you go. And this one has a 1.25 litre tank. You can do 10 cups, and yeah, it looks much more stronger than that thing over there. That's now peaking like a gremlin. The great thing is it even comes with a bloody measuring scoop with it, so that's pretty impressive. And if you open it out here, you can actually see that the tank is a bit bigger, and I really believe that this filter will do 10 cups. And the tank will do 10 cups, unlike the other machine. Now that's another thing, that look how substantial that is compared to the Good Morn brand. Look at the difference. Can you see it? This one has way more holes. Oh no, it doesn't have way more holes, but You get what I'm saying, it's longer, it looks better, it looks like it can do more than this thing can do it. And I believe the reason why this keeps having problems is because of this thing here, this spray thing. It's supposed to spray onto the bean or whatever. So yeah, this one feels a lot more better. It even has air holes on the top, I've noticed. So that's what I was expecting from the Good Morn brand. You know, a way for it to get all the steam off and everything like that. You know, I was expecting all that shit, but it didn't. And the Good Morn brand is a big fuck you. Or a big fucking error. Or, you know, whatever. Anyway. So yeah, this is the Tesco one. And it's pretty damn good in my opinion. I haven't used it fully yet. I have flushed out water through it to make sure, you know, there's no harmful shit in it or whatever from the factory. It does do 10 cups according to this, and I do actually trust this compared to this thing over here that says it can do 5, when in fact I don't think it can even scrape 3. So yeah, and it comes with a scoop, and it actually does come with a proper damn plug. Unlike the Good Morn, which actually, you know, it is a big failure. Now, this one has a 13 amp fuse in it, but I doubt it has a 13 amp. I think it's a 3 amp, because I don't believe this will ever get up to a big amount of wattage. But yeah, this coffee machine looks a bit better, probably works a bit better. In fact, it does. I have to tell you, it does work a bit better. How do I know this? Because when flushing it through, it wasn't really noisy. This one, when it was heating up the water, the biggest problem with it was it sound, you know, it sounds like a popcorn machine. I don't know why, but it sounded like a popcorn machine. This one sounded like an actual coffee machine should, and not too damn scary. So, we are going to be making coffee again in this machine. And we're going to be using our old friend Coffee Mate. Yes, I've got plenty of it now. I don't like using Coffee Mate because I think there's a sweetener in it or something. Anyway, we'll get trying this very soon. And as I said about the Good Morn brand, you know, I'm pretty disappointed that this first coffee machine I had is not good. I mean, it did its job. It did somewhat of its job. There's a button on the side, you know, same as this one when it's cheap. But another thing that annoyed me the most though was the price. This on the right was 19 to 20 quid. This one on the left, that's built better, has bigger amount of cups for size on it and all that other shit, 15 quid. I know. I should have gone to Tesco. Tesco is well known for its quality in my opinion. I've not had a problem. The kettle was really good. I mean, yeah, okay, it broke a little bit, but that was my stupid fault for smacking the damn thing shut, and I had to get a new one because it wasn't safe. But apart from that, I've had some good shit from Tesco. Even, you know, very, very cheap. Like their toaster is not too bad. I mean, it does miss a bit of a corner off, but most of them are regulated to not work properly. Anyway, let's try this fucking thing. And, oh, that's another thing as well. When I poured out the water, when it's really hot, in this one, much, much hotter than the Good Morn brand. Anyway, let's give this a go. And what I might do at the end is I might show you them both flushing through with water and show you which one is better. So, let's get tasting coffee. Good morning, guys. So, let's make some coffee, shall we? Yeah, the great thing about this coffee machine, it came with a scoop. So I'm going to use that scoop to measure it out. Now, before I used the Italiano to begin with, but this time I want to use the French inspired instead of the Italiano. Now, unlike before, where I made it too full, like with, you know, 5 cups or whatever, I'm going to make it 3 because I'm not going to drink too much coffee, and when I did it up to 5 it was 3 cups, so it was about accurate. So let's put 3 in. 1, 2, and 3. Dessert spoon, it says. So 5. I've put 5 in just for safety. Right, that's that. And right, let's fill this up. So this is what I'm like in the morning, all stiff-armed and all everything like that. So normally have the radio on, but copyright reasons and stuff, you can understand that. Ah, shit, it went in everywhere. Yeah, that'll do. It went over the 3 mark. I'm sorry about the annoying squeak as well of the zero water, but it's the only way I can get the water machine out. Water machine, water chocolate, you know what I mean. Anyway, I put up to 3 plus, so it's going to be interesting. So let's see what this does. Right, so as you can see, actually let's zoom back into the more better. As you can see, look, it's up to the 3 cup mark, as it says, and to be honest, that does look like 3 cups, because considering that this is a bigger jug, you know, a bigger jug, you will obviously get more out of the jug. You know, less is more to the scenario, unlike the other one, which was more is more. Yeah, so that's nearly done. They did say in the manual to let it settle and, you know, start to do the drips now, slow drips, so I'll wait for it to settle. But yeah, very impressive so far. Now let's just get things ready. I've already got my coffee mate out, and I've got to get my sugar out as well. Sorry, I'm in front of the view of it all. What can I say? Now, I don't know if it was anything to do with the other coffee machine, or if this is what really happened, but with the Good Morn coffee machine, when it made this coffee, I noticed that it made me buzz on the first cup of coffee, and I don't know if that's just because it's the strength of it, or if the coffee machine just put way too much of the strength through to the coffee pot. I haven't got a clue. Or maybe I didn't put enough coffee mate in, or something to dull it out, but just don't know. Yeah, you just don't know. So I think that's about done, to be honest. Yeah, that's about done. So let's see how everything goes. Okay. See, look. Good morn, no drippage. Right. So here we go. I've already put my sugar in. I've put 3 in to my Poundland mug because only the best can do. Let's get the coffee making shot there. Right. So let's try this coffee. For real. Alright. Filling it. Maybe it needs to drip more, but yeah, that's pretty good. So we'll look at that. Same brown shit, so you know, gotta put my coffee mate in as well. Which is not much left, but I've got 2 tubs of the stuff. Normally I get the big tubs, but really expensive this time of year. Right. Same strength, so let's pour a load of it in. Yeah. It still shocks me that this coffee machine is more well built than the Good Morn, and it actually was cheaper. How shocking. And not enough in my opinion. Yes, I put a lot of coffee mate in, but yeah, I finished it off. But you gotta understand, I don't like it black. Right. I think that's enough. Let's have a anyway. Right. Stirring it a bit more. I'm in the wrong part of the shot, sorry. Just stir it a bit more. Yeah, that seems to be good enough. Right, let's give it a go. Oh, by the way, on a funny note, yesterday I had this suspicious looking van outside my house, you know, gazing at me for 20-30 minutes, so that could be TV licensing, but how can you explain it's TV licensing when it's no logos and shit on the van? Maybe they are a paedophile ring in vans, who knows. Anyway, let's give this a go. Yeah, this is not as strong. Maybe I overfilled the Good Morn, but it shouldn't have been that strong last time. But yeah, this is actually a nice pick-me-up. Really brings out the flavours of the French inspired. Makes the coffee mate taste nice. Unlike the other machine, which in my opinion failed to do so. In fact, I think the other coffee machine made me physically sick because I drank it, had too much energy, and then, you know, felt ill in bed before I knew it. Well, I felt a little bit weird inside. It's like the machine wasn't at the right temperature. Is it possible that you can get ill on temperature of coffee? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this, and we get to the Italiano for the next one. Yeah, I think I should, you know, cut my hair before I piss off on the 3rd back to my mum's. Anyway, how am I going to do this? There we are. Right, the coffee was good. The coffee wasn't too strong, it wasn't too weak, it was brilliant. And when I emptied out the craft, or whatever you call that thing, you know, no problems. There was no bits or anything in it. And one thing I hated about the Good Morn was there was bits in it, even though the fact that you put the right measurement in it. So I have to say to the Tesco one is professionally built. It works properly. It actually turns the element off at the back that the other one didn't do, and everything and that. So yeah, I'm very impressed. I'm very, very fucking impressed. This machine is pretty damn good. It keeps the coffee warm for a bit, even though I didn't really drink much of it because from my previous experience with the Good Morn, I only have 1 cup now from that sort of thing. But it was good. It was the right strength. It worked pretty well. There's no bits in it. There wasn't any bits in the other one really. It's just, it looked like there's bits in it or something. And actually no, fuck that, scrub that. Yeah, there was bits in it. It was not a great. So I can't wait now for the Italiano, which will be in the next one. I don't normally like to interlude into my own video like this, but I just wanted to quickly tell you that that was good. And if we had this with the Good Morn, I wouldn't be so pissed off with it. Anyway, we're now going to go with the next coffee. Right, time to make some Italiano. And again, I'm only going to make 3 cups because I intend I need to use it for 3 cups. Well, 2, maybe 1, I don't know. A bit wasteful, I know, but what can you do anyway? 1, oh shit. 2, 3, 4, 5. By the way, where's your life leading you? Because you're watching a guy put scoops of coffee in the machine. And I hope someone really does question your life. Anyway, here's some water. Yep, that's it. Okay. Turn it on. And I'll see you in a few. Right. My hair looks a bit better today, considering the fact that I slept really rough. I mean really rough. I ended up with a headache. I've got somewhat of a headache coming. Anyway, I finished stirring it. I kind of fucked it up actually, because it's supposed to go up to 3 cups and it went only to 2.5. Never understood why, because I filled it up to 3. So maybe below, over the line of 3, I don't know. Who cares? Let's see if this Italiano is any better. Right, let's see. Yeah, I'll say it's more Italian, this one. A bit of French in there, I think. So the Italiano are listening to the French sort of blends. That is the bloody beautiful. Although I kind of fucked it up, it hasn't affected it or anyway, I don't think. So yeah, that's impressive. Now, what I'm going to be doing today is, if I've got enough money and time, I'll go out and get the other coffee stuff and see what it's like. So I'll see you next morning. Right, it is, you know, night time, but I fancy a coffee randomly, and I managed to get the stuff from Home Bargains. By the way, I had to change a battery today because it was near flat, and then I put this battery in and this one's near flat. How funny is that? Oh, by the way, I've only used this a couple of times compared to the other ones that, you know, have more battery charging. Anyway, let's get on with this. The reason why I'm doing this is because I fancy one, and not to forget, I want to get this video out of the way. Sorry, but that's just the truth. Also, I wanted to show you my LED lights, because you can't see them in the daytime because they're off. Anyway, let's open up this new coffee and just keep checking the camcorder. release the air and give it a sniff. Come on, smell it. Anyway, yeah, I know when I'm drawing the line. Okay, so I'm going to do 5 little scoops again, because that's what this equals. I think it equals a tablespoon or something. Well, 2. 1 tablespoon for 2 of these, I think, if that's what it is. Anyway, let's do this. 1. I'm going to be buzzing all night long, but I have had a nap, because that's what I do now and again. 3, 4, 5. And there we go. And that's that. Right. I've got to figure out a way to... Oh. I'm going to have to put it on side for now. Let the house smell nice of coffee. Right, so I'm about to fill up the tank. So noise. Actually, not much of it, apparently. Sounds like I'm taking a pee in it. But honest, it's not pee. Like it would be that clear anyway. So where have I put it to? Oh shit, I put over it, but never mind. Let's see. Yeah, let's add a few more scoops because I've put it a little over. And that in, and that's in. There we are. It's all ready. It's actually near the 5, but to be honest, it'll be more like the 4. Anyway, let's get some decent coffee going. And I'll be back shortly. Right, to get a clue of how loud this thing is. That's all you can really hear with it. Anyway, let's get this coffee done. My battery's already dead on this bloody camera, Jesus. Right, as I said, the battery's getting low on my camera, but yeah, let's try this coffee, this one that's from Home Bargains. I can't really tell the difference from this than the Intano. It's nice, don't get me wrong, but it's just like, it's got a weird coffee shop vibe to it, I think, but I can't really tell. It might even be the coffee mate doing that. Might be the coffee mate. Oh well, doesn't really matter, but it's not bad. And if there's any change in the flavour, if I'm editing this and I'm drinking this, and you know, want to give you another verdict, I probably will, but I might do in the comments section below this video, not on video, because I won't be doing it on video or editing it on video. Yeah, just tastes like normal coffee to me. So it's cheaper coffee. So if you're going for this, or you're going for the Tesco one, which is a little bit more dearer, this is not bad. It says dark, rich and delicious. Well, dark is right, because I can't taste anything else. I'm trying to look for a bloody peg for this. I don't know if I can. That's annoying. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean out these 2 machines. Well, clean out one of these machines actually, and then we're going to get the Goodmorn out, and we're going to see which one is the quietest out of the 2. Right, now I've got them both set up. They've both got water in. They're both now switched on. One's switched on by another adapter that's plugged into another socket, and the other one is plugged into this socket. This one's plugged into this socket, this one's plugged into an adapter. Mostly to make it a little bit more safer, if you can make that a laughing statement. So yeah, any stupid comments about me overloading them both, well, they're not overloaded because one's plugged in the wall and one's plugged into a different adapter that has no load attached. Right, I've turned them both on. Now, I'm going to quickly say this is not a race between them, because we know fully well that the one with the less water is going to win. This is just to see which one's the quietest. So, on. As you can tell, the Good Morn one was first by dripping. As you can tell, actually, they're both of the same sort of sound. I was expecting one of them to be more louder, like the Good Morn brand. We'll wait until the Good Morn's finished and then we'll see if the Tesco one's the quietest. As you can tell, both of them were quite quick, but the Good Morn is a bit faster, probably because the tank is probably only 600 millilitres compared to the 1.2. Now you might find this wasteful for water, but I always clean them out every so often by flushing them through after I've used them. The Good Morn hasn't been used, so technically it is wasting water, but not much of it. I have to say the left coffee pot is a lot more better. It's not all steamed up or anything like the right hand side, which was a big issue with it. The Good Morn, whatever brand. Also, they're both using zero water. Just want to emphasise on that. Now while they're both gurgling away, I'm going to quickly show you the difference between both these coffee machines and why I'm sceptical that this can do 5. Because this is from the Tesco and this one is from the Good Morn. As you can tell, the Good Morn is smaller, making it a bit of a liar really. I don't think it can do 5 cups, as I said and stated in part 1. I doubt it can do 3. I also noticed that the Tesco filter is a lot more better quality, and I don't know how that's possible considering the price of it. Maybe they sell more units of the left hand side than the right hand side. Right, the Good Morn has 2 cups left on the thing and the Tesco has 4. So as you can tell, the Tesco one might be a bit more faster than the Good Morn anyway. But as you can tell, the right hand side, it's much more noisier than the left hand side one, because the right hand side sounds like someone ironing your shirts, and the left hand side sounds like, well, sounds quiet, except for when it gurgles, but you can't help that sound. Okay, the Good Morn's run out of water, and that's just trickling. So as you can tell, the Good Morn can't even give you 5 cups. The Good Morn's finished, and now it's just burning its element out by running forever. So what do you guys reckon? Which one was the loudest, the Good Morn or the Tesco one? I think they're quite close, but I think the Tesco one is a slight bit quieter, considering that it was just noisy just a moment ago. And as you can tell, it wasn't like this where it kept going and going and going with the element. This actually turned off, and this one I think's still on, to be honest. I can't tell, but I don't dare check it. So what do you guys reckon? Let's turn them both off now. Turn this one off at the other adapter. There we go. So what do you guys reckon? Which one was more flawless with each other? You guys can decide below, but in my eye I still like the Tesco. It has noises for its own reasons. Meanwhile the Good Morn is just making noises because for the sake of it most of the time and not actually doing its process properly. Which one was hissing, I wonder? Anyway, that's what they both look like when they're open. What do you reckon? Obviously the element is off, but it's just hot, so it's just getting cooled down by the droplets. But yeah, I think the Tesco is top dog. It does more cups. It sounds a bit more quieter than the Good Morn. And I think it's supposed to say moan, because that's all it does, moan. Both of them, by the way, on the silver are hot, obviously. So don't think they're not, but yeah. As you can tell, the Tesco one I think is the quietest. So there you go. There is my video conclusion. The Good Morn is okay, but the Tesco one is flawless against the Good Morn. But also, the Tesco one does better coffee than the Good Morn, period, depending on the serving suggestion it gives you. The filter is smaller than the Tesco one, and I think actually does what it says on the tin, the amount of cups you want, etc. But meanwhile the Good Morn is only 3 cups for a 5 cup serving, which is a bit more misleading. Also, the hot plates, I noticed that the Good Morn is harder to clean when it's all burnt on. Meanwhile the Tesco one is a bit more easier, so I have to give it to the Tesco. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to comment, subscribe. Have you got a coffee pot machine? What do you think to it? Do you love it? Etc. Cheerio.